Hey YouTube, Bud Haggerty here with I Can Fix That. Today's video is not about fixing something, it's about some of the tools you need sometimes if you are going to fix your own stuff. So a lot of times I'm working on my own cars and you change my own oil and doing other little odd jobs, but I always wanted to pick up one of these. It's a floor jack. It's goes underneath your car. Instead of using your jack out of your car, this floor jack goes underneath it. The reason I got it is for twofold. One, it's really easy. It helps you crank up a car fast if you need to check a lot of stuff. And the second thing is it also adds security for me. If I ever go in a car, and if you ever go under a car, if you're not a professional and have that beautiful lift that these guys stand underneath that has that humongous hydraulic lift on it, don't go under a car unless you have more than one way in case something happens. Like if I put my car up on a ramp, I still like chalk the back tires, and also put something else, another way in case something collapses, like one of those ramps will collapse. I have a backup system because I'd hate to be pinned underneath the car, and that'd be an ugly way to get hurt or die. So anyways, let me show you what I got here. Take a look at this. Yep, it's a floor jack. And I did spend a little bit more money, which was still extremely cheap. This thing was $134, but I got it at Harbor Freight, and they had a special that if you sign up to their club, which is $29 a year, you can get this for $100 or $99. So now I belong to Harbor Freight for 1 year as a executive member. I think I get invited to their little street parties. I don't know what the heck I get, but anyway, at $134, it's still a great deal. This is an aluminum floor jack, and it can handle 1.5 tons. I definitely rather go with the aluminum than the steel for the fact that it won't rust as easily. Well, aluminum doesn't rust at all. It's 41% lighter than steel. That's another main idea behind it. But we're only talking a $34 difference between the one that was aluminum and the one that was steel. So it's definitely a better way of going. This has it has what they call a rapid pump on it, where you can crank up the car pretty quick. I like that feature. And if you look at the bottom down there, it's aircraft grade aluminum. Unbelievable. Well, yeah, for the value, I think this is going to be something that I could really use in the future. So let's get it out of the box and take a look at it. Okay, I got the lid off. Daytona. This feels pretty good. I don't know if this is aluminum, but it's pretty nice. And without going into too much detail, this looks like, wow, this really feels good. I mean, it feels definitely sturdy. Put that on the ground, take this guy off, and see what we got here. I'm gonna pull it right out of the box. It is heavy. It is quite heavy, even though it is aluminum. I mean, which I want some weight to it because, I mean, you're going underneath the car and it's your life. So, there it is. Really feels good. The build feels good. And look at that color. I'm Irish, so I got no problem with that. All right. This pops right in here. Let me see about that. And I guess I'm gonna get out the instructions and make sure how to crank this up. I'll be right back. Okay, I read the instructions. They're kind of easy. There's not much to it, but this right here I couldn't find anywhere on the instruction. This is lodged in here, and it's preventing this from going up and down. So it's a piece of plastic. It's definitely there for safety reasons when it was traveling, but I don't know if you want to use it later. It doesn't say anything about it, but now you're able to lift this up and down. Obviously, with this in there, you can't. Maybe you could save it in case you ever want to lock this down if you need it locked. I don't know why, but that was in there. So just to let you know on that. And this guy goes up like this, and you find its home right there. And you can spin this clockwise, tightens it, and then, let me show you. And now I pump it, and look at that, how fast that comes up. That's nice. And it's lifting up to 1.5 tons, which 1 ton, everybody knows this is 2,000, so 1.5 tons is 3,000 pounds. This is not going to have to worry about carrying 3,000 pounds because you're only going to do one little side of it. I mean, this is for lighter cars anyway. It's nothing in the truck world. This is for a regular guy in residential. So that's it. Spin this the other way, counterclockwise, and look at it. The hydraulics go back down, right back to its little hole. Cute. Got something funny on this. When I went over the instructions, that made me kind of laugh. Number 17, listen to this. Do not use for aircraft purposes. So I don't know how you're going to make that fly, but if you're thinking about it, don't worry about it. Also, this is kind of important. It says lifting device only. Immediately after lifting, support the vehicle with appropriate means. So what they're saying is don't lift this up and keep it tight and crawl underneath your car. That's for sure a way of getting killed. This is for lifting only. So anyway, I'm going to put it underneath that car right there, and we're going to crank it up and see what it looks like, just for the heck of it. Okay, the nice thing about this low profile jack, it slides right underneath there nice. I put it in the same spot that GM wants you to put their jack. There's a little triangle. I believe it was right by that corner. So I believe I'm in the right spot. So let's crank it up. It's pretty easy. I mean, that thing cranks up nice. Of course, I got the parking brake on. But I gotta admit, it lifts up pretty easy. Look at that. Okay, as you can see, I am cranked it up high enough to where the tire is completely off the ground. I just realized something. I got a little bulge in that tire there. We'll have to take a look at that. But yeah, we're completely off the ground. It took 2 seconds. I could throw a jack stand underneath there now if I want, but that is super fast and efficient. So that's it. Now, when they say you let it down slow. So let me release that slow and boom. See that? And the hydraulic goes all the way down and you roll it out. That's sweet. All right. Okay, something for me that I found out, even though this jack, floor jack is really nice, I'm gonna swap it out and go get the same one, but the 2-ton, which is a little bigger. And the reason I'm gonna do that is, you see the height of this? I already have these floor jacks, which are 6-ton. This is the maximum height of this. So if it's all the way up there, I won't be able to get my jack stand underneath it. The other one is bigger, and it'll come up to about there, and I'll be able to slide my jack stand under. So this is great if you have smaller jack stands and don't care about that stuff. But for me, I'll spend the extra money, even though it's like 50 bucks more, to get the next one up. Well, I just couldn't take it. I did go back to Harbor Freight and swap it out for the 2-ton. Everything's the same, but this is only 21% lighter than steel. It is very heavy, which is solid. Again, it's lifting 4,000 pounds. But the reason I did it is you'll look down here on the box right there. That goes off the ground 16 3/4. And my jack stands are about 15 inches, so I can put them right underneath there. That's what I also want to be able to do instead of buying new jack stands. I got the little heavier duty one. So it's still really, really good. And everything else is the same company. There you go. One more thing I'll add. The upgrade did cost about $75 more. It was $165 plus tax versus the $99 or $100. So it came out to like, a little bit over 70 bucks. But I think I'll get my money's worth out of it. It's a quality product. And again, the 2 tons gives me 4,000 pounds. It's definitely weighs more. Built a little bit more solid. The other one's still fine, but I do have that Lincoln Town Car. It's a little heavier than your light, small Toyotas and stuff, so we'll make it work. I hope you liked the video. We'll talk to you soon.